What's good, YouTube? So we're starting the video off. I'm just showing y'all the screenshots of the build. Basically, the same exact build I was showing y'all in a few videos ago. I don't really remember. Besides the pull, I think it's called the impact sigil. We're using the Thorn sigil. And I've got to say, I was heavily sleeping on this Thorn sigil ability. It is super strong in trios, I'm not going to lie. As you saw, we packed up that sorcerer pretty early. I'm pretty sure they're in trash gear, so they took a whole lot of damage. But I was really sleeping on this this Thorn sigil. I think it's definitely the way to go in trios. Now, I don't know if I want to use the pull instead of the movement ability. I think the movement ability where you're transformed into the little symbol, I think it's super good for like repositioning and chasing down people, so I think I'm gonna keep that on. But if you're playing Blasphemer Seer in trios, I 110% recommend you use the Thorn Sigil with the two talents. They're at the beginning of the video. I'd pretty much recommend using those skills and those talents from the screenshots at the beginning, because this Thorn Sigil is absolutely absurd when upgraded. But these are going to be some games that I was using this build. As you can see, we're playing Branderguard. We cleaned up the first team. Unfortunately, my teammate went down. I believe it was the Shadow Strix. But now here is a little fight with a mercenary, slapping him up. I probably should have placed down my ability better when he was already done dodging. That's something I'm trying to understand a bit better. Absolutely putting the business work on this mercenary, but that's something I'm trying to understand better. I'm trying to understand where to place it and when to place it, rather, I guess. Unfortunately, missed the little rune dash. Trying to move around, luckily dodged the rock. Missed my anti-heal attack, never fun. I put down the Thorn Sigil again, and he dashes towards me, which is huge. And his teammate came to help, got caught by my ability. Both of his teammates actually came to help, I presume, because he was asking for it. And of course, there is a Stardust Sorcerer shooting that beam, like always. I don't think the beam is actually good. It's probably the weaker ability for you to ever choose. But I put down the Thorn Sigil here again because he's trying to play around his shield. He jumps out of it. Miss my heavy attack, unfortunate. Miss it again. I really got to try to get better at spacing my things and using my buttons at the right time. But, you know, it's a learning experience. So we're definitely going to have to try to get there over time. I probably shouldn't have used my ability that close right there. But luckily, this guy's just blasting it like he's Goku from Dragon Ball Z. So we're going to go ahead and clean him up right here, hitting the anti-heal. You know we had to laugh on him. We laugh on sorcerers around these parts. We laugh on sorcerers. And right here was actually a super ideal situation for my Thorn Sigil. I should have took a few more steps in, and it really would have went to work. Unfortunately, I just kind of used it preemptively. But you see, we're dashing around. Luckily, missed the Merc, luckily the Merc missed us. Luckily, and I think that Seer went down pretty early as he was trying to exit the door. Got caught by the boss and my two teammates. We hit the anti-heal on the Merc. Luckily, we hit the little heavy attack on the Merc as he tries to get away and heal. So we cleaned him up. The last one alive is the Wither Knight, and my teammates smoke him. Now here, I believe this team's third teammate died, but they're excuse me, they are Ranged Seer and Stardust, so it's not like they really need a third teammate, although obviously they probably do. I'm just a Stardust hater. You could 1v3 with Stardust. Okay, maybe you can't, but I don't know. I just don't like going against Stardust. But pop the super armor here, go in, try to do some damage to this Seer. Usually when I see Seers, I just want to try to target them to get them out, because especially the support Seers, they can be really, really annoying, keeping their teammates alive and like giving them overshield and things like that. But luckily we got the Stardust left, and we got the Seer out of there pretty early. I said luckily got the Stardust left, which is probably the most unlucky thing available, because Stardust is super strong, as I was talking about in the last video. But the circle's closing in because Branderguard is like a battle royale. Teammates going for the kill in the middle of the storm. I don't understand why. I think we're lagging right there. I wanted to try to take this loot because I want more blue gear and purple gear so I could play Chaos and stuff and level up my Path to Glory. My teammate unfortunately just went down to that Stardust, and I thought this was really funny. He goes for the execution and dies to gas. So, smart Stardust, I suppose. And this team also had a ranged Seer and a Stardust, but they were playing a little bit more passively for a couple minutes. I cut that out and cut right to the part where we got into the action. Luckily, we're pressuring this team pretty good. Chase them down with the anti-heal ability. The Wither Knight comes to help, as a good teammate should. Hit the Seer with the anti-heal again.
Where's my Stardust?
I go for a potion here. Actually, I use one of my horns. I think my teammate's already downed the Stardust. Yep, downed him pretty early on as I was doing damage to him. Now the Seer is going to go down here soon. He luckily got that horn off, but I don't think his goddess statue was leveled up at all. If I could recommend one thing to new players in this game, upgrade your goddess statue. You need to upgrade your goddess statue so your horns, the horns to the left of my health bar there, you get 3 in the game, and I believe you get 1 back if you perform execution. But the reason you upgrade your goddess statue is because it increases the amount of healing your horns do when you use them. So you want to upgrade your goddess statue as much as possible, as fast as possible. Get it to level 8, although it's super expensive to get there. I got lucky, but maybe you will too. So here is another fight. I believe there is no Stardust. I think it's Mercenary, Wither Knight, and Shadow Strix? I don't remember. But this team was super funny. They played triple Shadow Strix, and I think they were super underleveled and clearly new to the game, because they were 1v2ing a Seer that has super armor, and I was inside my Thorn sigil, so I'd increase defense. And I don't even think their crows had the stun effect, so they were definitely a little underprepared, no doubt. I thought it was quite funny. These guys literally were like dancing around a door for 2 minutes, throwing the crows over and over and over until they finally flanked there, and I pushed them with my super armor, so that was pretty funny. And this is when we were trying to extract in the same game. Obviously, I'm going to try to pressure the Stardust, just try to make them move, make them not cast their abilities. And I seen this team earlier in the game, and I'm 100% sure they were trying to do this one-shot strategy where you use the pole arm and shield Wither Knight and like push people off the map and try to kill them to fall damage. Luckily, my teammates did not follow them. And as you can see, one of them is gearless. He literally doesn't have gear on. And I assume it's because he wanted people to chase him, thinking it's an easy fight. And then they were just going to charge people off the map. So, I don't know. I'm assuming that guy with gear is the one that has the fall damage reduction affix, which is a really cheesy strategy. I think there's a YouTube video already on it. Some guy came up with the strategy, made a YouTube video. Pretty interesting strategy. I think it's super funny, but it's not fun to go against, that's for sure. But we're chasing down this gearless Wither Knight, hit him with the anti-heal, and he's gonna pull charge away. But I am not gonna let it happen. No way, Jose. You are going to have to get back here, and for some reason he stops and turns around to fight me, which is probably not a great idea. He literally has no gear, but he hits me with the knockdown, hits me with some nice stuff, and he hops out of my Thorn Sigil and walks right back in and goes down. I thought that was funny. Just goes down to my Thorn Sigil right away, but the rest of these clips will be on Hollow Grove, and this was more like a Branderguard video, but Hollow Grove, we are here. Now we're pushing this Stardust Sorcerer, and I really don't think Stardust should be using this beam attack. It's really not that great. It's more of like a PvE move, but this team was not helping their Stardust, so I'm chasing it down and knock her pretty early, and the support comes a little bit too late. So we hit the Shadow Strix with the anti-heal. We're going to dash around, hit another charge heavy, or I guess it wasn't a charge heavy, just a normal heavy. I don't know why I would do it there, though. And luckily popped my Thorn Sigil, but I was just kind of spamming attacks here. Probably shouldn't have. Hit the little rune charge. I need to find out the name of that ability. I don't know. Hit him with the anti-heal again. Almost get the kill. Too excited. He pops a horn, which his goddess statue is super low leveled, so the horn did like nothing. I'm telling you, upgrade your goddess statue. You will not regret it. That should be like your main goal. Just upgrading your goddess statue and then probably your storage. Because his horns are doing nothing. And this Shadow Strix comes to help. Luckily, he had some help because I definitely was going to eat up the Seer. No problem. But we got him out of the equation. And now the Shadow Strix kind of panicking, trying to use Spellbound Keys. And it's not really going to work. So he's running back into my Wither Knight teammate, teleports behind the Wither Knight. And I'm going to chase him down, keep whiffing my heavy attack. I really got to get better at hitting things, but this is going to wrap up the video. That is about it. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.